Hello and welcome back to another video. It's me, Lumin. I'm here today to talk about New World, the upcoming MMORPG from Amazon Game Studios. It's going to be released in about a month's time. The beta just ended this morning. I spent a bunch of time playing it. I think I spent 40 to 50 hours. I mean, my Steam right now reads 55.5 hours, but like, it's hard to say because I spent a lot of that time in queues, so it doesn't really count. But anyway, I spent a lot of time playing it over the past 2 weeks. And I thought I'd just try and record a quick video. I'm saying that because I tried to record another video and it ended up being 25 minutes long. And I spoke about... God, I spoke about chopping trees down and proning through bushes for way too long. Okay, so I'm making this one shorter. I know that videos need to be short nowadays. Shorter video. 10 minutes, dude. 10 minutes. Then I'm stopping. Doesn't matter what I'm busy saying. At 10 minutes, I stop. It's a lie. Okay, it might be a little bit longer. But anyway, I spoke about a bunch of stuff that I shouldn't have. I played the game over the past 2 weeks. As I said, the beta ended this morning. And it's going to be a long month for everyone that was hyped for it and enjoyed it and whatever else. Because there's probably not going to be much more of it over the next month or so. They said there might be another test coming up. Like just before launch to stress test the servers, but that's not for sure. And yeah, I just want to talk briefly about my thoughts on the game. You know, what I liked, what I didn't like, and whether or not I'll be playing it at launch. I think that's like the most important thing, is just answering that question, because it's the one question I get asked a lot. I have had a bunch of people jumping into the stream recently asking, are you going to play it? Are you picking it up for launch? What server are you playing on? Are you gonna, you know, commit yourself to this new MMO? And I think that I can, at this point right now, pretty safely say, it does depend on various things, but I can pretty safely say I'm not gonna be playing it. And I'll tell you guys in a little bit more detail why, but the main thing is, even though I had a bunch of fun, and I really enjoyed my time in the beta, even though I did, my connection to the game and their servers didn't allow me to really enjoy it to its fullest, and they probably won't allow me to spend a huge amount of time in the game and also have a lot of fun in the future. I don't know. It's just, the game itself seems fun, okay? And I actually spoke about this on stream briefly, and I said, you know, I'd need 2 separate ratings in a situation like this. I'd need the fun brain rating, where it's just a rating based on how much fun I had, you know? And for that, the game's rating would be nice and high. You know, I'd give it an 8 out of 10 because I had a lot of fun. Because it's new, it's fresh, it's exciting. Voice chat, PvP. Dude, proximity-based voice chat makes anything more fun. The PvP was awesome. The crafting and gathering was fun. The world looked great. The game ran pretty well on my PC. And my PC is not that new anymore. It looked great. Oh, man. Again, fun brain rating through the roof. Great. 8 out of 10. But then the smart brain rating, that shit's way lower. Like for that, if I'm actually like thinking about what's going on, what I'm doing, yeah, it kind of tanks when I start thinking about things. God, you know, when I factor everything into it, the lag, the technical difficulties, the apparent lack of depth in a lot of systems, I don't know, all that stuff, you factor that in, the rating definitely goes down a few notches. Quite a few notches. I'd probably then give the game like a 5.5 or max a 6 out of 10. It's difficult. It's difficult. And it's very difficult to talk about something like an MMO briefly, you know, and your time in it. But, I mean, regardless of all the issues and stuff I had, I still had fun. I did. But I would have had so much more fun, and I would have been able to commit myself so much more to the game if my connection to their servers was decent. So for those that don't know, and for those that didn't watch my gameplay, I get maybe 150, 160 MS to most games. World of Warcraft, 150, dude. Solid, stable, feels good. Apex Legends, 150, boom. 160 max, feels awesome. New World, 230. Best I can do. Jesus, guys. What? I think it's just because of like the server location and then the weird tech that they're using on their servers. They're using their Amazon Web Services servers. I don't know. Maybe it's like a weird mega server thing like ESO has, because I also have a shitty connection to ESO. Regardless, doesn't matter. I get like 230 ms. The best I've gotten to New World thus far, the best, is like 195. And it's just not good enough. Not for an action-based MMO where your position in the world actually matters. Like projectiles and stuff. Oof, man, they are so laggy at 230. So much of the game is just unplayable. And so many of the fights that I get into are unwinnable because of the lag. So because of that, I'm probably not going to play it at launch unless they somehow miraculously make the servers way better before launch, or unless in the next month or so I move to a country that's slightly closer to Germany, wherever their servers. I think their servers are in Germany right now. You know, it's not going to end up being fun. It might end up being more frustrating than anything else. And with that out of the way, I'm going to say I still had a blast. And like during the beta, man, just immersing myself in the world, running around in the world, crafting, gathering. Those are fantastic, by the way. The game does it so well. It's like to me, it seems more like a survival MMO than anything else. I know a lot of people, like, you know, they have their opinions on what it should and shouldn't be and what it is and isn't, but like the crafting and gathering seems to be unanimously loved. Like that shit is just so good. The gathering specifically, it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. You combine everything, you know, the feel of running around with that bag full of stuff that you want to go into town and either sell or craft with or whatever. The cool sound effects. For some reason, they just nailed, and I say for some reason because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that it's so good. They nailed the sound effects, man. The sound of chopping down a tree or mining that iron ore vein is just so good. I can't get over it. It's one of the best things about the game. And again, the visual design, like running around, looking at this beautiful world, exploring the world and doing all these things. It's so fun. Oh, and I mean, on top of that, the fact that you can flag for PvP from like a lowish level, and they have a weird PvP scaling system, which makes that you still get owned by high level guys, but you actually have a slight chance against them. The fact that you can flag for PvP and run out there and have it be and like feel like a real survival experience is awesome. The fact that the game has like a prone system where you can like you can actually like hide in a bush. You can prone in a bush, and if a guy runs past you, he has to be like so far. He has to be like a couple of steps from you to actually see your health bar pop up. So you can actually hide. You can actually sneak up on people. You can actually use the world and their environment to your advantage. I did it so many times, and some of the most like fun experiences I had during the beta was like sneaking up on people or like hiding out somewhere like high on a hilltop or whatever, waiting for their health to drop and then bam, 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 taking my shots with a musket and owning them.
Yes,
dude. And like that's sick, dude. That is so cool. And again, like I loved running out into that damn world and just farting around. And it's actually probably why I like spent 40 hours or 45 or 50 hours on the game and I only managed to get level 24, you know? Because I farted around so much and that was great. Again, I was able to just immerse myself, and then you add things like proximity-based voice chat to that, and oh my god, you got a recipe for success. You know? Open world PvP, being able to smack talk your opponent real time while you're busy swinging your axe at them. You can shout at them. Come on out. Let's just dance. Like, for real. Let's just dance. I'm super bad at this game. It's an easy kill, man. Come on. My life staff only has 2 abilities. Just jump out here. Just step over the line and stay over the line. Yeah. There you go. Dude, you're getting into it. That's how you do it. Wind it up, and then just let it run free down this hill right here. And like that tent down there, use that as your goalpost. Do not stop until you pass that tent, okay? That's it, dude. That's it. Yeah. Hell yes. Okay. Ah, shit. And you ruined it. Okay. Well, it was nice knowing you, man. Jeez. Why did you flag for PvP, man? Turn off PvP in the base. Press U. Just turn it off. God damn it, turn it off. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? I even saw things like people having live concerts in the game and stuff like that. I love that idea. I love it. And now, before I get carried away, because I can easily talk about proximity-based voice chat and sneaking up on people for 20 minutes. So before I get carried away with that, I'm just going to move on and say I liked a lot of it. I mean, I may have said some of this already, but like the game felt good to play. The performance was good. It looked nice. It ran well on my old PC. I mean, it's not something I expected. And then like when you actually play in the game, the combat felt great. Moving around in the world was awesome when I wasn't rubber banding. The weapons and the weapon skills and the way it worked to level up weapons, sort of like an Elder Scrolls game, was fantastic. I personally enjoyed that a lot. I thought that, you know, the way you can jump between weapons and level them up quickly and easily enough to be able to try anything you want at any point, that was great. That was well thought out. And, you know, the weapons have enough complexity in the talent trees and stuff to be interesting, but not too much to make it daunting to try something new. I think it's smart. I know, again, not everyone liked it, but it was definitely up my alley. I liked the persistence of the world. I liked the... And I say persistence because, like, I like the fact that you could choose a home. You could choose a spot that you wanted to, like, center yourself. Because you know, there's much less fast travel. There are no mounts. There's no, like, bouncing around the world, like, all these different places. No. You have a place. Your stuff is stored in the town that you choose, and you have to go back there if you want to use that stuff. If you want to move your stuff from town to town, all your storage stuff, your materials, your weapons and armor, you have to actually all load it up onto your character, drink a bunch of like stamina and strength potions so you can carry that stuff, and then you got to schlep across the whole world. And it's great. I love that. Again, I love the fact that the world feels like a real world, and because it's a PvP MMO, and because there's like, you know, a sort of a player economy, but also a player political system in place where you have people who are like the mayors of villages there, and you have like factions and companies that take control of villages and stuff. Because all of this is a persistent and ever-changing world, it makes it even cooler that you can find your home in this place and really, like, you know, belong. It feels like that's going to be, to me at least, one of the big upsides to the game, is this sense of a world that just keeps on going and actually matters. Whereas in World of Warcraft, you click through menus and you like randomly jump around between places. You like soar across the sky. You don't see anyone. It's completely anonymous. You know, you queue up for dungeons using a group finder tool. And I know this is like the kind of arguments that classic WoW players made, but like it actually makes a difference. And if they build the game from the ground up, and make it a social experience and one where you actually have to interact with people, it could be cool. It could be cool. A lot of what I enjoyed of the game, however, was ruined by the fact that there are some technical difficulties. I know it's beta. The fact that I played the beta and I'm complaining about things like server issues, it's kind of stupid. And again, it's on me. Some part of it is on me. My connection is shit because I live in South Africa, you know? Dude, that's my bad. I know, but still, their server could definitely be better. If World of Warcraft and EA or whatever, you know, for Apex can have better servers, then why can't Amazon, literally the biggest company in the world, why can't they have better servers? Anyway, in terms of like cons or at least negatives, you know, I think that most of the stuff that could have been a negative, apart from technical difficulties, because yes, I had a lot of that. It didn't affect me as much as it maybe affected other people. But apart from that, I realized the game could end up being a little bit shallow, especially when you get to the end game. It seems like there could be a lack of things to do. You know, you don't seem to have that much in terms of PvE. And I must tell you that the quests and the questing and the main story of the game, that shit was non-existent. I don't know, man. The quests were like the same shit on repeat, over and over and over again. You keep doing the same stuff. The mob variety was kind of boring. It was like very limited. You go into the same places. You're doing the same things. There's like kill X amount of dudes, loot X amount of things, or talk to someone. It's like, you know, you don't really have variety. There's no such thing. I think there were only 2 dungeons, and there will only be 2 dungeons at launch. That's shit. And then the PvP, I tried 4 times to queue for the large-scale PvP in the game, and 4 times I was denied. You know, it's like that situation where you're in high school and you lined up and you're the last person to be picked, but because the teams are already full, they just don't pick you and you just don't get to play and you sit on the damn bench. Dude, it's stupid. The system sucks. Don't allow people to queue up for something. Don't get their hopes up by allowing them to queue and think, hey, I'm going to do this large-scale PvP. No, and then just deny them, because apparently only 50 people can get in, and there are actually players who pick and choose who comes in. So how do you even get to do this shit? How do you even get to PvP? If only 100 people, because it's 50 on this side, 50 on that side, get in for every war, and the wars only happen every few hours or whatever, it's not a consistent thing that's happening. How do you even get to PvP? What's the point? That's the only PvP mode they had in there apart from World PvP. I don't know. It seems like when the game actually comes out, there might be a slight lack of content, but we'll see. Again, you can make your own fun. There are people who play just to craft and gather and fish and do all that stuff, and that's cool too, man. That's fantastic. In terms of the other issues I had, or the other things that I didn't really enjoy, it seemed like the PvP was a little weird. It's like I got, in my final play session, I actually did a bunch of like large scale open world PvP, like a bunch of people playing against a bunch of people, and then oftentimes they ended up being like one guy. Like for instance, we had one level 32 guy or 33 guy who was running in circles, and there were like 15 people wailing on him and he couldn't die. Don't know if it was a bug or an exploit or something, but he couldn't die. It felt kind of shitty. But yeah, like overall, even though I had some like negative stuff to say about the game, even though I had some issues with it, I still had a blast. The game was super fun, and I probably would have ended up playing it if it wasn't for my poor connection to the game servers. And I think that I most likely would have had a good amount of fun. I think that New World has a huge amount of potential. I don't like saying stuff like that about MMOs, because that's like the ultimate man, it's not an insult, but it's close enough. It's like, that game has so much potential, you know? Say that about a game. That just means it's shit right now, and it could be better if they actually do the right things. But will they do the right things? Who the hell knows, man? Your guess is as good as mine. I hope they do. I like the fact that it's a once-off purchase, because it's like Guild Wars, you know? You can play every now and then. You can just jump in every now and then when you feel like chopping a few trees down, you know, mining some ore, slaying out in PvP, whatever, man. You just jump in every now and then and play a bit. You don't have to pay that constant subscription fee. That's, in my opinion, one major upside. And again, I would have been in there, I would have been playing if it wasn't for my poor connection. It makes me a little sad, of course, because it's that new game feeling is just, it's so awesome. It's so nice. I would have loved to have had it again. I would have loved to have been able to experience it again. And I got to experience it a little bit during the beta, but, you know. I'd love to hear from you guys what you think about New World. Again, I tried to compress my thoughts a little bit here, but I always end up going on tangents and talking about random shit, and I'm sorry, but I'm trying not to get distracted. I had fun. I had fun just jumping into the New World and sort of taking my time, enjoying everything as it came at me. It was good. It was good. But I don't know if that experience will continue. I don't know if I'll jump back in there and I'll actually keep going or play it again at launch. I might, but for now it's looking like a bit of a no. I'd love to hear from you guys what you thought, though. What your experiences were while playing, what your pros and cons are, and just overall how you felt about the game. Because I know there are a lot of complaints. I know. I go on Reddit, guys. I go on Reddit from time to time, so I get all the bad stuff and some good, you know, some good stuff. I think the biggest complaint on Reddit right now is some rainbow tiger or something. Like, sure, man, don't you have better things to worry about? Jesus. Okay. Anyway, I understand it's immersion breaking, whatever, but still, like, come on, jeez, it's such a minor thing. Just don't look at it. I'll speak to you guys soon about New World again. I will no doubt tag this video, place this video, link this video somewhere on Twitch. For anyone that asks about it, I'll just send them this way and tell them, watch this video, here my thoughts are, you know, check it out. But these thoughts will evolve over time. If they have another test, I'll probably jump in and see if things are better. I don't know. We'll see. But I appreciate you guys checking this out and hearing me out. And I'd love to hear again if your thoughts line up with mine. Basically, a lot of potential, super fun world to just be in, interact with, and spend time in, but maybe a little shallow, especially towards the mid to end game, maybe a little repetitive, and definitely a whole lot of janky and laggy shit, you know? It's like, you gotta, you know, it's tough. It's tough. So, check back soon for more. Give this one a like, share it, and do all that good stuff. Wait. Smash that like button, dudes. Is that what they do? I don't know. I don't know. You guys can smash the like button if you want. Sure. Sure. If it's better to smash it than to just click on like, then yeah. Go for it. But anyway, check back soon for more. Thanks for watching. Go well. Have good days and nights and whatever else. You guys are fantastic. Those of you that watch to like the end of the videos, fantastic. I love you all. So go with that thought in your mind. Let it carry you forth to good times. Okay? Happy that.